say a special thank you to the NGC personnel who have given unstinted guidance and support since their initial venture into this festival. Mr. Hazley Crawford, Mrs. Winda Chandler, Mrs. Jeanette Elias, Mrs. Christine Punnett, and now Foy George. His enthusiasm is creating great excitement for this year's activity. And now we go to greetings. First of all, we will have representing the Ministry of Education, the Minister of National Diversity and Social Integration will do the honors, Honorable Roger Samuel. He is my favorite contributor in Parliament. I always enjoy his refreshing deliveries. And following him, we will have Foy George. Let us welcome Honorable Roger Samuel.
Let me start off by first and foremost recognizing the Honorable Carolyn C. Prasad-Vachan, the MP for San Fernando West, as well as the Minister of Public Administration, as well as Mr. Roger Samuel. Thank you very much, sir, for opening up the audience to me. They were very responsive to my good afternoon. Yeah, the MP, well, the Minister of National Diversity and Social Integration. As the San Fernando Arts Council celebrates its 43rd year of the National Junior Arts Festival, or Sanfest as they usually call it, NGC is celebrating an anniversary of sorts as well. NGC has been sponsoring the festival since 2003, and therefore this year marks our 11th year of doing so. It's not a nice round number like 10 or 15 or 20, but still it's significant for us because this year we have decided to take our sponsorship one step further and become the title sponsor. In other words, the National Junior Arts Festival will now be known as NGC Sanfest. Our association with Sanfest goes back to a time when the festival was thought of as a South thing, with participating schools coming mainly from the southern educational districts. I suppose it would be fair to say that at that time, NGC was also thought of as a South company, with most of our clientele being found south of the Caroni River. But just as NGC has grown, reaching far and wide, spanning not just most of Trinidad, but also extending to Tobago, so has Sanfest. It has grown until the only thing remaining southern about it is its name. Sanfest welcomes competitors from every educational district, embracing performing, visual, and literary arts. And like NGC, this South thing has become a Trini thing. It has become a we thing. For those of you who are familiar with NGC's corporate social responsibility initiatives, associating our name with arts and culture in Trinidad and Tobago is not a far stretch. Like any company that is truly a child of the soil, we have passionately supported cultural development through avenues as varied as our people themselves. Recipients of our financial contribution have included the Lydian Singers, NGC Cuba Joylanders, and the NGC Library Nightingale Steel Orchestra, the St. Augustine Chamber of Commerce, the NGC Bocas Lit Fest, and many, many others. We have also gladly made substantial contributions to educational programs, such as our ongoing sponsorship of the Nehurst NGC Science Center, and most recently, our agreement with the University of the West Indies to fund a major initiative in research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. But the nice thing about NGC Sanfest is how beautifully these two objectives, the furtherance of education and the support of arts and culture, are served. Throughout the festival, art and education walk arm in arm, a perfect marriage of sorts. And the best part of it all is that these performers are so very young and so very talented. Attend any of the NGC Sanfest performances, whether it be preliminary, semi-final, final, or champions event, and you will know in your heart that the organizers of the festival have got it right. Every year, the festival succeeds in harnessing all that youthful energy, channeling it away from the constant bombardment of futile and time-wasting distractions. Every year, these young people shine and make fools of those who doubt that this generation can guide us to glory. This collaboration between the heart and the mind, between the intellect and the soul, is what leads the nation's students beyond the narrow, well-beaten path of rote and repetition, and onto the brightly lit fields of imagination, creativity, and self-expression. And win or lose, every single participant will leave the festival a more rounded student and a better citizen. I think NGC would be hard-pressed to find a more satisfying way to meet its mandate to create national value. So although this is our first year as title sponsor, NGC and Sanfest go a long way back. We've seen the first-hand kind of effort it takes to pull off an event of this size. In so many locations, juggling so many performers from so many schools. Not to mention catering to the needs of a loyal and enraptured audiences at every session. It's a task that takes love, faith, dedication. Unfortunately, it is a task that quite often is thankless. And I, for one, would like to rectify that right now. On behalf of NGC, on behalf of the lovers of art, music, drama, and culture everywhere, I want to say a huge and hearty thank you to the San Fernando Arts Council. 43 years is a long time, even if doing something that you love. We are certain that you will keep on doing what you do best for many more years to come. And as your title sponsor, we are more than delighted to come along for the ride. As NGC continues to support this initiative on its upward and onward climb, NGC shows and continues to show its commitment to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We thank the San Fernando Arts Council for giving us the opportunity to partner with them. And even though I'm breaking very much from protocol, I need to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Christine Punet as well for her valiant efforts in ensuring that the San Fernando Arts, that the NGC Sanfest has continued to rise to even bigger and better heights. And thank you all as well for being a very attentive audience. Thank you very much.
And I want to say also, we now have another interlude, and deviating from your program a little bit, we want to bring the Mr. Sanfest 2012 playing the piano and singing Up on This Rock. Let us welcome Joshua Ramjohn.
When others see with earthly eyes just what they want to see, you will see the things that never die. You will know and recognize by simple childlike faith the priceless truth that others will deny. When others say I'm just a man who likes to dream his dreams, when others call a miracle a myth, you listen for eternity in moments as they pass, and see with spirit eyes what others miss. Upon this rock I'll build my kingdom, and on this rock forever and ever it shall stand. All the powers of hell itself shall never more prevail against it. for Satan's thrones are built on sinking sand. Upon this rock I'll build my kingdom, and on this rock forever and ever it shall stand. Upon this rock of revelation I'll build a strong and mighty nation, and it shall stand the storms of time. Upon this rock. If in a simple carpenter you see the Son of God, if you could choose to lose when you could win, if you would give your life away for nothing in return, then you are where my kingdom will begin. Upon this rock I'll build my kingdom, and on this rock forever and ever it shall stand. And all the powers of hell itself shall never more prevail against it, for Satan's thrones are built on sinking sand. Upon this rock I'll build my kingdom, and on this rock forever and ever it shall stand. Upon this rock of revelation I'll build a strong and mighty nation, and it shall stand the storms of time. Upon this rock I'll build my kingdom, and on this rock forever shall stand. Upon this rock of revelation I'll build a strong and mighty nation, and it shall stand the storms of time. Upon this rock I'll build my church. Upon this rock, upon this rock.
To pay tribute to the people responsible for tutoring our participants in Sanfest, both teachers and specially hired personnel and accompanists, people like Desmond Wade, Marilyn Lala, John Baptiste, Bernadette Roberts, Mrs. Joseph, Peter Lockhart, Tony Limack, and among all the many tutors and all the choreographers also, Brady, Hines, Pilgrim, Sudin, Regis. Let's hear it for them, please. We come now to the highlight of this evening proceeding. This person has assumed the role of patron of the arts, has been very supportive during our pleas to save the Naparima Bowl in a move led by the late Louis Homer and James Lewa, a very dynamic personality indeed. Let us welcome the Minister of Public Administration, MP for San Fernando West, the Honorable Caroline Sipasa Becha.